I tested the same EDF with the same motors on the same battery. But changing one thing completely changed the thrust. And honestly, I was not expecting these results. Today we are testing 70, 80, 90 and 100 mm fully 3D printed EDF. Using both QX and Tomcat 2600 kV motors. And comparing FDM versus resin printed propellers. The goal is simple, how much real thrust we get and what actually matter. I have tested a lot of EDF on this channel using 2500 kV motors and I have documented all their performance on my website themechninja.com. So if you want detailed data, comparisons and all the designs, you can check it out there. And everything you see here, ducts, impellers, all of it is fully 3D printed on my custom Core XY printer which I have designed in a previous video. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out and make one for yourself. All tests are done on a fixed thrust rig with load cell, current and voltage monitoring. So this is not RPM guessing, this is the real usable data. Let's start with the 70 mm EDF. This FDM prop is printed with 0.1 mm layer height. The complete EDF weighs around 182 grams. I'll test it on a 4S battery. It is very efficient but gave us limited thrust. Now this is interesting, let's test the resin prop. So switching to this resin propeller actually dropped the thrust to around 807 grams. I thought it will increase the thrust but it decreased. Maybe because this FDM propeller is lighter as compared to this resin one. Next is 80 mm EDF and this is quite bigger. It weighs around 187 grams. So both of these motors gave almost identical performance. Resin gives a tiny bump around 1046 grams, but notice this, current increases and efficiency drops. Now let's move to the 90 mm EDF. And this is quite massive to hold and weighing around 210 grams. We already hit the motor limit of 60 amperes. Now look at this, it gave us 1300 grams of thrust, and that's a massive jump of 200 grams. But there's a catch, it consumed 99 amperes of current and efficiency drops to 0.96. So we can say it has much power but at a serious cost. Now last is the biggest 100 mm EDF. Okay, so there's almost no improvement over 90 mm. Or maybe it's a bigger EDF and requires a 6S motor. So after all these testings, here's what most people don't realize. EDF sizes does not decide performance alone. Motor matching matters more. And print quality changes behavior completely. So 70 mm EDF gave us the best efficiency of 1.35. It was low powered and low thrust. The 80 mm EDF was the best balanced and gave us 1040 grams of thrust. It was stable and efficient. The 90 mm was the best performer at 1310 grams of thrust, but at low efficiency. And the 100 mm gave us 1023 grams of thrust. Maybe it was not designed for these 4S motors. So the bigger EDF is not always better, the right combination is. And I'm going to use these setups on my upcoming RC builds. And if you want to build these yourself, all the STL files and tested configurations are on my website, themacninja.com. So my next thrust test will be of these Cinelifter drone motors, which has a rated thrust of about 4 kilograms, and we'll check it out. So let's wrap up this video. If you have liked this video and found it informative, then please like, share and subscribe to my MacNinja YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching it. I'll catch you later with the next project.